I guess. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I lost my whole stream here, so nobody's here right now. I think when you kill a game, when you have to restart it, I think it kills the stream. All right, so somebody joined us. Welcome back. We'll go back over that again. We were basically getting into Jago just showed up. All right, we got Jago. All right, so Jago's here. Well, Jago, while we're trying to get this friggin' sorted out, and Stinkin says hello. I think you can hear him anyway. Yeah, you see if you can send me an invite. So before, unfortunately, the stream went and crapped the bed on us here, I was asking Glitcher, he obviously talked about some games he liked his game of the year, but Glitcher, what about, like I said, a game that slipped under the radar for you this year, something that you've really, really enjoyed? Well, actually, it was a game that I didn't pick up on day one, but I did pick it up, and it was fantastic. And that is Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's hard to believe there's been so many games that came out this year. It's hard to believe that actually came out this year. Oh, you got to set up your audio again, I think, in the party thing. Oh, hang on. No, hang on. Here we go. Because all the settings, they switch back and forth all the time. Hang on. Here we go. Now you might want to double check your audio. Sorry about that, guys.
It says include my audio, so we're good.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Honest to God, this is stuff is a pain in the ass because basically when you stop a game, it kills your stream. I didn't realize that, but I had to reset the game. So anyway, Glitcher, for the third time, what game slid under the radar for you? Got more time to think about it now. What's going on, Jago? Master Yoda, Stinking Course, Spider-Man, thanks for hanging out here.
God. What do I think actually? Let's see. Hold on. Let me multiplayer first. Let me get this rocking and rolling because apparently I can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. What do I think I felt has slipped under the radar? I mean, you pulled out one that I totally even forgot came out this year existed. Damn it. I can't really think of one. Like the ones that I think that deserve any type of nominations would be, Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein. I think Destiny shouldn't get any type of nominees, to be honest.
Right.
But that's just me. What I mean, I know that's gonna piss somebody off down the road. I mean, like I got Destiny 2. It's okay. It's all right. I did what it did what it did. But that shouldn't have any type of nominations.
Mooch is going to be calling him up, giving him flack.
Oh, I know. He's going to hit me up real bad.
Stinking Corpse agrees with you on Destiny, by the way. He doesn't think it should get any Game of the Year.
Doom.
Nods. Did Doom come out this year, too? It was, wasn't it?
I believe it was this year.
I'm pretty sure.
It was like early, I think it was.
Yeah, guys in the chat. Guys in the chat. Did Doom come out this year? Was it this year? It seemed like it was this year, but maybe it was last year.
Yeah, cause or it was just like right at the end of last year. Maybe that's why I think
last year. Godzilla says, yeah. But yeah, that game though. I do agree with you that Doom still obviously like it did well, but it did sort of slide under the radar. May 13, 2016. That's right. Yeah. Doom for the Switch. Doom for the Switch just came out though, and hopefully it does well.
Oh, okay, so
I've heard good things about it.
Technically, it did come out this year.
All right.
But I actually got a buddy that's got Doom and Skyrim for Switch, and they said they're actually pretty good games. They run and hold up pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
No chance to recover
Is
now.
that they're actually holding up really well on the Switch. Spider-Man likes Destiny. We got guys in the chat kind of against Destiny. I know Jago doesn't like Destiny too much. Who else was it? Jago says Doom was fantastic. Spider-Man likes it. So the room is split here a little bit, which is okay. I was saying, guys, before the stream cut off, Ghost Recon Wildlands, that actually did come out this year. I think it was into early spring, or was it early first part of the winter that game came out, and it just had its recent PvP mode, which, by the way, guys, is fantastic. If you have the game, come try it with me sometime, because honestly, if you're already excited about PUBG, I think you're going to love what PvP mode is like on Wildlands, because it's so cool, man. They basically cut down large portions of the map into smaller sections, and it's just 4-on-4. You start out with all your gear, but it feels realistic, man. It's pretty cool. Judd Zealous says Wildlands is awesome. Stinkin' has nothing against Destiny. He just never bought either of their games. Fair enough, man.
I mean, and the thing is about Destiny, it's like, and if you love the game, that's cool. I'm not bagging on anybody that loves those games. Like, I love the hell out of the first one. This one at first started off like it was like boom, 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 but as you get through it, you just kind of like feel like it became lackluster. So that's why I feel like, in my opinion, it doesn't really deserve anything. Wildlands, to be honest, I played a little bit of it. I rented it. I wanted to try it because I felt so burned by The Division that I was like, I wanted to wait a little bit on the Wildlands, so I rented it, and I was like, okay, it's not that bad, and I never went around and got it.
Now here's a good one. Jago says he loves Star Trek Bridge Crew. In VR, 4-player co-op is pretty cool, he says. Yeah, Spider-Man apparently, guys, is going to gift me PUBG. So Spider-Man automatically gets 2 thumbs up and a dick in the ass from me for that. So there you go.
Damn! That is fantastic.
Just kidding. It's all good. Master Yoda says Destiny 2 was good at launch and went downhill after. Jago loves his PS4. Yep. I do too, Jago. Awesome stuff. So, okay, fair enough. I mean, there's been a lot more good games out this year than really bad ones, and that's a good thing. Glad to see Cuphead given some love as well. Apparently just had an update. So, let's move on to something else I want to talk about. Let's just talk about game preview. Have you been using or actually like testing out any games out of game preview, Butcher?
There's been one game I tried. There's another one I actually want to get my hands on, and that's Hello Neighbor. So I believe that's in game preview, right? Yeah. Or am I seeing it in a different category in my head? No, that's actually a whole game. But I've messed around with it once. I know PUBG is going to be game preview, so that's definitely one I'm going to be checking out. I could have swore Hello Neighbor was in there, unless I've just completely lost my mind.
Hello Neighbor. Is that new one where the guy chases you around or something?
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure. I think
Yeah,
I think it just came to game preview, or it just came out. I can't remember which one, but yeah, we got Spider-Man who says he played Ark in game preview. Anybody else in the chat? Have you guys been like playing any games in the preview? We'd love to know, because you know, I think it's a great idea what they're doing with it. We obviously know PUBG is going to game preview, but I'd like to hear more from people that are using the service. Do you think it's like a really good idea? Do you think it kills the game? What do you think, Glitcher? Do you think like it does more harm than good, or is it a really good beta test, basically?
You know what? It's game preview, in my opinion. I look at it as it's a demo. It's an ongoing demo that you're paying for. Now, this is going to sound weird at first. You're paying for an ongoing demo that is going to essentially end, you know, in the end, help the developer make sure the game is coming out when it does release. It comes out as full and as vibrant and as complete as, you know, because, you know, they're watching people, you know, play these things. They're checking, you know, seeing what's being said about this stuff on the internet and everything. So, yeah, you know, like $30 for the game that's in preview. So people are running through it, testing it, putting it through the, you know, running it through the ringer essentially, and then whatever money they do obtain from this, it helps them develop and build a better product. So at the end of the day, when it does come out mass produced, the people that did have it, you know, spend the money, they get the update or whatever and that makes the game essentially the final product. Or the people that do buy it, they know they're getting a game that's fully put together because they had it in preview and people were testing it. So I think the preview is a good idea. I think it's something that a lot of companies, a lot of the other companies like Nintendo and PlayStation should actually, kind of invest in too, because that'll actually help out through their software, and everything. Like how will this game perform on this versus performing on this, and performing because the X and the Pro are two different machines.
Right.
So of course they're going to perform differently. So you would maybe want to have it set up on the Pro to see how it will perform on there versus what the X is and then the Switch.
Right.
So I think that's something that these guys should look into as well.
Well, like,
so I think it's a great idea.
Here is my take on it, right? Like, I think it was, I think Spider-Man said he was playing Ark on it, right? Ark was in Game Proof for a very long time, so it just makes me wonder, like, by the time it actually comes out as a release, which it is released now, like some people are almost ready to give up on it because they're so sick of it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's a great service, but I don't think they should have games there too long. I think the game should be nearly finished and go to Game Proof for the final, say, 3 months maximum. You know what I mean?
I was just about to ask you what do you think a time frame would be?
Yeah.
I mean, I would, 3 months. I think 3 to 6 months max would be a good time frame for that.
It's really, the chat is fucking hilarious because half the guys in the chat are like somebody's saying Fortnite, right? Fortnite will fix your PUBG itch, and then some people are saying Fortnite is garbage. I was told to download Fortnite and by She-Wolf and a bunch of different people, and it just never appealed to me. I watched videos on it and I was like, nah, I didn't like the whole building bullshit, so I was like, nah, I don't want that stuff.
I mean, Fortnite, if you're into the buildings, did you ever play 7 Days to Die?
No, I never tried that one either. Never tried the Friday the 13th game.
Like the 7 Days to Die, it's like Minecraft but with zombies. Well, this is essentially like 7 Days to Die but goofier and more and third person and more open world. So you got to build to survive and get these things to fight off these zombie hordes. So, I mean, it kind of reminds me of that. I mean, I could be falling short of my comparison analogy and all that, but that's what I feel like. A goofier 7 Days to Die.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks kind of corny. I know if Nightcrawler says he's too scared of Fortnite. Iceman just joined us on the stream. Thanks for dropping in, Iceman. It's awesome. Jago says, I don't build shit in Fortnite. I just tear it down and I kill people. Well, Jago knows how it's done. Just tear it down and kill people. Awesome. So game preview overall, for you, you like the idea of it, but overall?
Yeah, I mean, I like it overall. I think it's a great idea. They definitely, yes, if they condense the time frame of when it's on there, yeah, I think it's a great idea and it helps finalize their product that they're trying to push out. But yes, great idea. Oh, I'm running around trying to kill people. What happened?
We got guys in the hangar. Couple guys upstairs on the bridge. I got a Wookiee up on the bridge. Yeah, I killed the freaking Wookiee. Shit, you hairy beast.
Shit.
All right, man. So let's move on past game preview here.
Yeah.
Here's another topic I just want to get into. I just want to talk about indie games. I mean, back on the Xbox 360, indie games, they weren't a dime a dozen. They came out. Remember Summer Arcade when you only had 3 or 4 games come out, or say a handful throughout the year or throughout the summer months.
Yeah.
And overall, you had a handful of games, maybe say 20 games on the Xbox within a year, or 30 games. And now we got 3 or 4 games popping out almost every single week. So what do you think of indie games as a whole? Do you buy many of them? Do you care? What sort of indie games grab your attention? That sort of thing. Because obviously, Cuphead is an indie game, ID and Xbox, and it was phenomenal. But not every game is Cuphead. Lots of games were made with lots of love and attention, and other games are just absolute garbage. You know what I mean? So what do you think of indie games? What do you go for?
I definitely like the indie games in there. It helps every person's creative outlook, and all that get out there. So that's nice that option is there. They can go for that. Now, are all the games something there? I want to be like, oh my God, I gotta get them. I look at some of the indie games they do have on there. There was one, Don't Knock Twice. It's a horror game. Like I said, if it's a horror game and it looks cool, I'm gonna definitely pick it up. Don't Knock Twice look good. there was another one I want. I can't remember the title, but they got a couple on there that really piqued my interest. So yeah, I'm gonna scoop those up because they're not priced bad. Even some of these games that look good are definitely not priced bad at all. Like some I saw, I think Don't Knock Twice was like $10, and it's like okay, well, can't go wrong with that. So, but like, yeah, if the price is good and the game looks intriguing, yeah, definitely hop on board. But if it's also like an astronomical price and you just don't think the game looks worth that amount in time, then you don't have to buy it. I mean, I like the fact that that option is there. Like if, you got a game developer that wants to get it out there, they have that option. It's right there. So,
Judzilla says,
yeah, I like it.
Judzilla says indie games are cool as long as they're quality, not shovelware. J Doe, he says Ori rules. J Doe, I think most Xbox players who played Ori would agree with you on that. Can't wait for the new one. Personally, I've never played the first one, but that actually, like, if you look at the art style of Ori and the gameplay, I've seen lots of videos on it, and it is one of those games I've never played. Just because indie games tend to, for me, like, I love them too, but they get lost in the shuffle. They easily end up in my backlog, and I never get around to them. And Ori was one of those games I kind of wanted, but like I just keep forgetting about it. And then the sales come, and I go, I'm going to pick it up, and then I forget again. Ori is definitely one of the better examples. Again, Cuphead is an amazing game, that sort of thing. So I like the indie games. Personally, though, I don't like indie games when they go over like $15. When indie games are starting to become $30, $40 investments, and I've seen them out there, right? Then I'm starting to be like, is this even an indie game at this point? You know what I mean? Like what do you guys, everybody in the chat, what sort of price range, like where do you draw the line on your price range? Everybody in the chat, like what do you think is enough for an indie game? 25? Like Cuphead was what, $20, which was pretty reasonable overall, and that's probably why it sold well. So what do you think? Glitcher?
I mean, like I would say a max is $30 because
$30?
some games like $30 because some of those games that get developed, some do put their heart and souls into it. Like I hate to refer back to this one, but Cuphead, they put a lot of time and effort, and I think $30 for that is good.
Yeah.
So
Master Yoda says it
I think
depends
that's a
on what you're
perfect cap.
getting. Spider-Man says 20, Iceman says 15 to 20, J-Do says up to $30, and I agree. You guys are all pretty reasonable. I think $30, depending on the game and the type of quality it is, isn't bad. 20 bucks is almost a no-brainer. Like if the game is good. No, you're totally right, Glitcher, man. You got it on the money there too. Here's the thing I find with indie games as well. Like, say if you're on a limited budget, right? You only got so much money to spend. And like I said to one person before, I think it was Crap or someone, I said, if I go and spend my $20 on an indie game, that's $20 that I now don't have to spend on my AAA blockbuster game, right? So I might have just screwed myself out of getting a really good game later on down the road. So at least that's the way I look at it. So now, if you're a person who doesn't matter, you got tons of money to spend, I mean, I can understand you can just buy whatever you want. Tax is $20 is good for a new game. Yeah, and it depends. Like, there's games too, like, there's a lot of 8-bit looking games. Like, what do you think? Like, you notice we're going backwards. It seems like all of a sudden a lot of indie games look like the 8-bit days. Like, is that on purpose, you think? Is it like people just dying for nostalgia? What do you think, Richard?
To be honest, nostalgia sells. I'm sorry, if I see an 8-bit game, I'm diving into it because that's what I had when I was jamming away, man. Was Nintendo 8-bit, and I mean, of course, the game's dog shit. I'm going to be mad at myself that I bought it, but nostalgia sells. It hooks people. That's why I look at, Nintendo put out the SNES Mini. They put out the Mini Classic. Those things flew off. Now, of course, they short stocked those things, so people would fight over them. But look at how fast they went, even when they were talking about the pre-order. It's just people love to relive their younger days and have that nostalgia. So yes, I think that's why they do it. So
yeah, Iceman says he wants to pick up Mega Man 11. So yeah, I think people are in agreement. Nostalgia sells. I mean, it's the only reason I can figure out why the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic are selling like hotcakes. I don't know, even though that's funny because I bought both of them and I hook them up and I play for like 20 minutes and then it's like, yeah, never mind. Back to Xbox we go. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, like certain things like this now, like when I look at my kid playing some of his games that I have that he has, and I look at it on the X, and then I see it on his TV, and I'm like, I gotta go. This is bad. Like I've been spoiled and stuff. So yeah, that does happen sometimes. I was playing Pokken Tournament on the Switch. Looks amazing in handheld mode, but when I put it up on the actual TV, I was like, I can't do this. I gotta play this on handheld. I'm sorry.
So you are enjoying your Switch right now. So you are a new Switch owner. So what's your initial impressions? I mean, I've had it since launch day, but how about you as a new Switch owner? Do you recommend it? What game would you say to pick up for it if you can only buy one game for it right now?
I love the hell. I knew I was gonna love the hell out of this system when I got it. It is amazing. Just the fact that all you got to do is just drop it into the holder to get to the TV access, and you just connect the Joy-Cons, and then you're portable, you're mobile with it. If you are a Pokemon fan, I highly recommend Pokken Tournament. If you are a Pokemon fan, I am loving the hell out of that game.
Okay, so that's what you got. Mario Odyssey and Pokemon Tournament.
No, I'm gonna go get Mario Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
No, I got Breath of the Wild and Pokken Tournament. So
okay.
I gotta get Mario, but if you're a Pokemon fan, I am jamming as Mewtwo right now. Powerful as hell, but slow is ungodly shit. He is slow, but he's strong.
Right.
So, but if you're a Pokemon fan, get that. Definitely get it.
Okay.
So.
Now, there is a lot of rumor and talk going around that apparently, that the, what do you call it, the NES store or whatever they call it, is supposed to be coming here real soon to the Switch. Is that something that you paid much attention to before? Jay Doe says he's waiting for a Nintendo app for the Xbox. Iceman says Mario is great. Yeah, so are you waiting for that? What do they call it? What's the name of the Nintendo store?
The eShop.
eShop, yes, the eShop with the classic games. Now, apparently Nintendo, I've heard when it comes to Switch, I've also heard rumblings that what they're going to do is they're not actually going to let, I think, like the games, they're going to have a subscription or something, so you're basically paying and renting the games. I'm not sure if you can actually, like, buy them or whatever, like you normally did traditionally, so I'm not sure. Have you heard anything about that?
No, because when I actually finally got onto the eShop, I did see the subscription thing, but I bypassed it right away because I wanted to see what they had. Because I know they said they didn't have a whole hell of a lot going on there when the last time I looked, which was like a month ago. I really didn't delve too much into the whole Nintendo thing because, like I said, I was gonna get a Switch like the beginning of next year. So this was total sidetrack. So I have very little information on the eShop stuff. But I did see the subscription thing right when I was logging in and setting everything up. If it is like a rental base, if it's kind of like the Game Pass where it's like you download it, use it, whatever, and all that, and if you want to get rid of it and stuff like that, I'd be fine with that. I'm fine with that 100%. But if it's like, okay, you're paying X amount of dollars and you can only have it for a short period of time, then it's gonna be like,
yeah.
I don't know how. I don't think that'd be a good move.
Dirty J, thanks for the follow, brother. Thanks for coming in. J Doe's free monthly game only to get to play that month. Oh, okay. Oh yes, that's one of their services. That's what Nintendo's talking about. When Nintendo is supposed to have their own like online, and it's supposed to go live sometime like in the new year, I think. And that's what they're talking about. Is once the game goes live, like you basically get a free game for that month, but then you lose it. Like you don't get to keep it like you do with the PlayStation stuff. Now, as far as the eShop, hopefully it'll work like it does on the 3DS, where if you get a game and you pay for it, you do get to keep it, but who the hell knows?
Yeah. I mean, like, if it's decently priced and it's not, like, astronomical and, it's like, okay, if I'm spending only, like, $6-7 for, like, I think, like, $5 for a month is fine. If that's what it is, and then the games for a month, and every month it's only $5, I'd be fine with that then. Mm-hmm. But if it's, like, $20 for a month or, like, $50 for 3, then I'm going to be a little upset.
Yeah.
So, but that's my thought on that. So, I mean, if it's decently priced and losing a game after a month, as long as the pricing, everything is good and it's good options and good choices, then I'll be fine with that.
Hey guys, I just wanted to point out one thing here on the stream is that I'm basically a low-level Star Wars character right now. I have bought no fucking star cards or nothing. I'm playing base up the default level. I've basically got jack shit in my inventory, and look, I'm doing okay. So I just wanted to say, guys, don't listen to all the rumors. I mean, this isn't a great game regardless, but just don't pay so much heed to the, you know, the garbage about, you know, pay to win stuff, because it's not as bad as you think. It really isn't. You can still have a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah, I mean, I have no star cards or anything.
Although that guy should have went down. Whoa, that guy had 150 life? What the? Is he a special character or something? Because, man, I hit that guy with the fucking...
yes,
I think, oh yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, he's the guy like Chewbacca's, the tank or whatever. Yeah, okay. I was like, man, because that guy just took everything I had and he just walked away like a fart in the wind. Crazy.
Yeah, like,
right.
I mean, it's not a bad game. Like, if you can look past all that stuff, this is actually a decent game. It's fun. Yeah, I would say definitely invest in it. I mean, it just sucks that all the flack that this got, that a lot of people are actually somewhat missing out on a decent game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I know I got to aim for the headshots, Iceman. I can't get him every time. Loot boxes need to go away. Well, I hate to tell you, Yoda, they're not going to go away. I think they'll get restructured. I think the way that companies implement them into games going forward may change somewhat, but I don't think they'll go away. If nothing else, EA might take a bunch out for the first couple of months and wait till the hatred dies down and then pop them back in. that's what I'm thinking might happen. I don't know about you, Glitcher. What do you think is going to happen? You think EA is going to just, once the hate dies down, they'll just implement things back to normal, or what?
If they are smart, which they are not going to be, because they just lost $3 billion and they're going to they need to recoup that money somehow. If they were smart and they were going to put the microtransactions back, they would be wise to make it all cosmetic. That would really save their ass, but that's the thing. I have zero problems with people using the microtransactions for cosmetics. Once a week, my kid does the chores. I give him $10 to go get microtransactions for cosmetics. I'm fine with that. But if they start doing the pay to win, they're gonna just destroy this game. They are gonna destroy it. Yeah. Nobody is gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I know lots of girls back in school back in the day would get a loot crate and go get their cosmetics, and let me tell you, they needed their cosmetics too.
Damn.
Oh man, we are coming close to the end of the show. We might have enough for one more round. So awesome. Okay, so we talked about a few topics. We're going to go into some more detail and some other stuff a little bit later on. I don't know if any of you guys had a chance today to check out the IGN, but apparently IGN has announced their candidates for the Game of the Year, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, Glitcher, because I know we might be talking about this on your podcast coming up here shortly. But let me just pull it up here, guys, for you. We're just gonna talk about their Game of the Year candidates here, and I gotta pull up the thing while we're waiting. If you guys haven't heard of it, because I think they just launched an article today, it's a little bit different than the Game Award list, so that's the interesting thing. Okay. The Game Awards are on the 7th, Iceman. So on the 7th of December. I was going to ask you, Glitcher. Apparently, on the Game Awards, they're supposed to have a big announcement. What do you think possibly it might be? While I'm pulling up this list.
Oh man.
Any guesses?
I don't know. From some of the stuff I've seen, I saw a 6th installment on a franchise. So that could makes me think of two things: Grand Theft Auto 6 or Elder Scrolls 6. Okay. I mean, they've run the course with Skyrim. I think they've done what they could do for Skyrim and all spectrums, you know, they put it on the Switch. It's got the X
Resistance
patch.
forces in
It's
the
been
area. Move to
remastered.
assault.
I think they're done beating the horse on that one. So I would like to think they are, but
Dirty J says Pit Fighter 2 is coming. Oh man, I had that on the Genesis. Yeah. Go ahead.
But seeing the 6th installment for a franchise can only make me think of Grand Theft
We have
Auto
the
6
resistance right where we
or
want
a new Elder Scroll.
Cool.
To be honest, because the only other thing I can think of what
Got a ping on
big
hostiles.
gaming franchise is up to 6 now besides Resident Evil. I mean, what did I miss? Unless I'm missing something, which I probably am.
Well, honestly, I think it's gonna come. It's probably gonna be a PlayStation exclusive game. I just don't know what yet, but something tells me it's not gonna be a multi-plat or anything that's playing on the Xbox. You know what I mean? I wish I could come up with a list, but we don't know. So anyway, guys, here is a list of Game of the Year candidates as listed by IGN. I think this just came out today. We're not going to go into too much detail, but here they are, guys. They have Cuphead, Nier Automata, Super Mario Odyssey, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, which didn't make the Game of the Year award, so that's pretty cool. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Divinity Original Sin 2, that was also not as part of the Game Awards list. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Destiny 2, Horizon Zero Dawn. So of that list, you guys, what is your Game of the Year? Want to know, everybody in the chat. Glitcher, go ahead, man. What is your Game of the Year in general?
All right, between Cuphead, Breath of the Wild, and Mario, those are 3 titles that 100% definitely earn that right. Like I said, Horizon, I mean, it is a good game. Is it something that's going to make you write home to mom about? No, it is a very good game. I'm not going to take that away from it. PUBG, no. I don't think PUBG has earned that title as well. I mean, it is doing great. It is a fantastic looking game. It's got a lot of people hyped and ready to go. Game of the Year? No. Destiny 2? No. It should not have any type of nominations, like I said, but those 3 main titles, Cuphead, Legend of Zelda, and Mario, those 3.
Okay, let's get to the chat. We got,
sorry,
Judzilla, he goes Cuphead or Wolfenstein. We got Iceman, well, he figures it's going to be something Sony. Hang on, the chat's going too fast. I can't see it all here. Destiny 2 by Jago. What's going on, Daddy Likes Beer? Cuphead from Master Yoda, he figures. So we got a couple for Cuphead. Yeah, I think Iceman said maybe, I don't know, it was Horizon Zero Dawn. That's from Iceman, I think, but he wants Cuphead to win. Personally, guys, I mean, I've told you guys a million times, this was one of the hardest years ever to pick a Game of the Year because there really was so many great games. Shame that Assassin's Creed Origin wasn't part of that. A lot of those votes as well, considering how many people in the audience have picked it. But I'm going to say Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know, man. It's just one of those games that I just enjoyed so much this year.
Let's go.
You know, it was just the great graphics. I thought the play control was good. I loved how, you know, the company took a risk. You know, Guerrilla Games went out on a limb. They didn't make another Killzone. They went something totally different. I love the characters. I had a little too many filler missions, but overall it was a damn good game.
And you know what? And those are all valid, good points. I mean, you know, and if it does come down to that, it does. You know what? It's risk alone right there. Risk alone, they took a shot and it paid off. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's not a horrible game. It was good. It was definitely not Killzone. So yeah, that right there is already a feat of itself. So. But yeah, I mean, I could see that one.
Spider-Man says PUBG or Destiny. PUBG is good, but I think most of us in consensus are more like PUBG, like, it's not even a full game. It hasn't even officially released. Like, I don't know, it just feels like a game that is getting more nominations because of its popularity as opposed to the fact that, you know, it's really this amazing game, right?
And now here's another game that I feel that should probably not even be on the list because it literally just came out and is, don't get me wrong, and I mean not to upset or piss anybody off, Wolfenstein 2 is a great game, but it literally just came out. So
Yeah.
how that one could obtain Game of the Year. Don't get me wrong, I love Wolfenstein 2. I think it's a fantastic game. Game of the Year. And the year's almost done. How could that have achieved it? It is a great game, though. I mean, but that also
Yeah.
could also kind of go back with Mario Odyssey because that one came out a couple months ago. So I mean, that statement could go hand in hand with Mario. So like, essentially, a Game of the Year would have to have been like, you know, Horizon. They came out in February. Zelda. They came out in March. That went the whole distance of the year. So those two titles essentially would be, in my opinion, you know, the ones that would have the right to earn those. Like Cuphead, like I said, fantastic game. But that literally came out, what, September?
Well,
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, a great
Well,
game.
Judzilla
Got a little bit more time.
Judzilla disagrees. He just said if it's better than the others, it deserves it. Rather, it doesn't matter when the release date is. So, I mean, yeah, if
That
it
is
makes
also true as well.
if it makes the deadline for Game of the Year, yeah, it shouldn't really make a difference. It's kind of weird. Like Final Fantasy is voted for RPG of the Year because apparently, I guess it missed the deadline last year. But it feels really weird voting for a game, doesn't it? That came out like pretty much a year ago, and yet it's
Yeah,
up
because
for
that came out
nominations
November
of
November last
2016.
year.
Yeah,
16.
2016.
It's like,
But it came out after
it's a great-
it came out after the award show or whatever, or before the deadline.
Hostile spotted.
I mean, it's a great game, but that was last year. I mean, I don't want to take that away from it because it is a good game, but that's last year. That's kind of unfair to the games that actually did come out this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, that's like that's kind of like going back to Doom. Well, Doom came out last year, but it essentially came out this year. Okay, Doom, yeah. But
Did you get to play Evil Within 2?
I love the hell out of that game. That's another game that probably should have been nominated for just awesomeness.
Jago would agree. Jago says he thinks it was an amazing game that didn't get the credit it deserves. Oh,
Yeah.
that guy, you got me. DayZ is finally through the preview programs or whatever. That's coming out sometime soon. I don't know. Does anybody even care about DayZ anymore? I mean, I know it was a big PC game, but it seems like it's really fallen off the radar. Did you ever play that one?
That was one I was very interested in. I know they had talked about bringing it to Xbox, and then it kind of just disappeared, and then all of a sudden it reappeared saying, oh, it's coming out early 2018. It's like, oh, I totally forgot that you guys were even still bringing it to Xbox. So, I mean, I would still mess with it because zombie guy. I love zombie games, even though people will be like, oh, it's a zombie game. Zombie genre is played out. Well, I mean, if you're a zombie person and this type of horror stuff you're into, then yeah, definitely check it out because that's what I'll still check it out. I'm looking forward to it. So, I just, like I said, it was just like one of those things. It's like, yeah, we're going to bring it here. And it's like, okay. And then it disappeared for like ever. And you totally forgot it existed.
Yeah, there's a lot of games like that come out and they're like big hype, and then all of a sudden it's like after a month or two you're like, oh yeah, that game came out, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that did happen. Oh
Let's do this
wow.
Well, guys, just we're
Where the
coming
hell
to
was
the
I?
we're coming to the end of the stream here. We're gonna end this right after this game is basically over, and we'll get to our outros. But man, an hour flies by, doesn't it, Glitcher?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're jamming away, having a great combo, that does happen sometimes.
That is true.
I
That is
mean,
true.
I got that. I got.
Enemy may be few, but we will still be triumphant.
How the fuck do you dodge this
I'm
game?
aware.
Oh yeah.
You hold B.
Oh, by the time I found out. Iceman is also hosting me. Thanks, Iceman. Yeah, we're soon going to end the stream, but thanks a million, man. For everybody that's hung out with us, we got 10 people here, Glitcher, and I appreciate it. It's my first ever sort of podcast
Hey, that's
Mixer
awesome.
stream. And again, I want to thank Glitcher for coming on because Glitcher, you know, he loved what I did and he invited me to his podcast. And I wanted to make sure I could bring him back on this. So the fact that he's my very first ever official guest is just amazing. He's a great guy, but I'm going to...
It's an honor, thank you.
When we're done here, we'll get you to do your outros. But let's keep playing the game here first. We'll keep our discussion going until we're ended. I think we're just about done this year now, are we not? So...
Oh, yeah, we got four left.
All right, let's do this
Stop
one
the
with you. This will be
resistance
probably one of our
now.
final conversations. The Christmas Buyer's Guide. If you are buying a Switch this Christmas, what game do you need to have on it?
Mario.
Retreat. Resistance troops have the upper
Okay,
hand.
Super
This
Mario
is not worth
Odyssey.
the effort.
All right, Glitcher, if you are buying a PlayStation 4 this Christmas, what game do you need for it?
I would say, to be honest, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Cool. Iceman says Neo. Mooch likes Neo a lot too. I tried the demo of Neo and I couldn't stand it. I mean, I thought the graphics were cool and I like where they're going, but as soon as I found out it was hard and played hard like friggin' like the Ninja Gaiden games and Dead Souls or whatever the hell you call it, I was like, yeah, I'm out. Never mind.
Dark Souls.
Judgezilla, no love for Knack 2? Come on. All right, let's quit out of this so we can go back to the... Okay, so that was your Horizon Zero Dawn for PS4. That is from Glitcher. And lastly, Glitcher, on our platform of choice, if you are buying an Xbox One or Xbox One X this Christmas, what game should you get? Now it gets tricky.
It's a multi-plat. Yeah, it's a multi-plat, but it does have the X enhancements. I would say you can't go wrong with the new Call of Duty, or just have, if you wanted a plethora of games for cheap, get the Xbox Game Pass.
Iceman says COD. Master Yoda, what is a PS4? I don't know, man. I think it's that. I think it's that George Foreman grill I've been using here in the house. I can't figure out a good use for it. Just kidding, guys. PS4 is cool. If you got a new PC, I don't know. I mean, most of the same games are on PC or Xbox or whatever. So I don't know what the hell you'd buy for PC because I don't deal with it. But good choices, Glitcher, man. Awesome. So again, I want to thank you, Glitcher, for coming on with me, brother, because you've been a fantastic guest. And I know this is tricky. This is a tough way to do this because you're trying to play a game, you're trying to watch a chat, and you're also trying to balance your topics. So you're basically got to multitask really good here. But I want to thank you for coming on and being my first guest. You were fantastic. I'm going to have you back
Dude, it was
again.
an honor.
Going to have you back again, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
I may even have some of the guys from the chat jump on with me at some point in time. I know Spider-Man, he's always here. He might as well be in here. She says COD sucks. Titanfall 2 or CD or Injustice would be some great games. Yes, indeed, Jago can't go wrong. So, Glitcher, let's do some outros here now, brother. Tell people a little bit more about your channel, where they can find you, all that good stuff before we head out.
You guys can find me at YouTube at Attack the Glitcher. That's where I put my videos up. I will be redoing my channel a little bit. I used to put up content all the time, but I'm going to be mainly focusing on Mondays with my podcast, and then I will be putting up a video on Fridays that will be a little bit lengthier. So you can find me on there. As of right now, guys, if you check me out on YouTube or Twitter, I have a Gleam going on. I am giving away a Xbox One X Project Scorpio controller, if you don't know that. But it's on my channel. Check it out and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys on the Power Podcast tonight if you'd like to cross over and join us.
Leave it to my brother.
So
leave it to my brother Chase to have the funniest line of the whole show here. If you can masturbate and look at porn at the same time, you can do this. Yes, I can, Chase Nightcrawler. As a matter of fact, I was masturbating and playing Star Wars at the same time. Managed to pull that off, didn't I? Pardon the pun. Thanks again, Glitcher. That was awesome, guys. Make sure you go follow this gentleman here. He is amazing. We got a great podcast coming up for you this evening here in just about, what, 30 minutes or so? Yeah, maybe less. So I'm going to let him get set up for that. Yeah, 25 minutes.
Oh, yeah, guys. It was a great honor, pleasure. Thank you so much. Yeah, so let me get this other train wreck rolling so we can get that going on. So I will see you in about a half hour, Newf.
Yeah, Jago, we'll see you on the podcast. Stinking Corpse, I'm pretty sure we'll find you at least in the chat room, and everybody else. Thanks again, Spider-Man. Appreciate it. Master Yoda, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Make sure you spread the word. Thanks, Evil Scotsman, for coming by. Great show. I'm going to be doing this every week now, guys. If you want to be a guest on this podcast with me through the stream, we'll do what me and Glitcher were doing here. We're going to play some co-op, maybe some multiplayer, something like that. If you want to be a guest, just let me know. I don't care if you got lots of podcast experience, if you've never done this shit before. I'm going to make you feel comfortable. You're going to be right at home. I'll bring you on. We're going to do this. If you feel you want to come on, all you got to do is send me a message. Just leave it in my Twitter box and say, Newf, I'd like to come on with you, man. And I'll ask you the same questions. We'll play some games, have a good time. Doesn't it beat the hell out of just like, sometimes just chatting? Like here, we're getting to play. We get to interact with people. Iceman says you had me.
Yep.
Hello, Iceman. You will be a guest on this, I guarantee you. I think everybody that's been in the chat tonight is going to have a chance to guest with me on this Mixer stream because I think it's fantastic. I like where this is going. Glitcher, man, I can't thank you enough. I know I'm rambling on here. Let's close the deal, but this has been fun, man. I really like it. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the start of the game. This is a weird-ass game to start up, and when the game shut down, obviously it shut down the stream too. So, but yeah, it's all good. We're gonna sign off here now, guys. I got no cool. I'm gonna let Glitcher can sign us up with his key tag right now.
You know what, guys? It's been fun. I'm going to jump off and get the X-Power podcast ready and rolling. But from Newf and the Glitcher, you guys have a beautiful and amazing night. And as always, ooh, yeah.
Later,
guys.
people. We'll see you on the X-Power podcast. Be there or be square.
Oh, yeah. All right, bro. I'm gonna jump out and get this set up.